Welcome back, adventurers, to another Monster Monday, where we take a look at some new monsters that I have been creating. Today, we're taking a look at this, the Crimson Court Vampire. It is one of 3 new types of vampires, along with the Ebony and Ivory Courts that I am working on for an upcoming book that I call the Codex Gothica. The Crimson Court vampires are known for their underground connections and domination of the seedier parts of society. They do prefer staying in the shadows, even if they see themselves as superior beings to the mortal races. Not making themselves known, but still in control in places where they can assert power and dominance. Let's picture this: a large city now casting shadows of the Crimson Court's influence. Once a vibrant center of commerce, the city's underbelly has been silently taken over by vampires. The local thieves' guilds, once fiercely independent, is now operating under the Crimson Banner, peddling the court's narcotic salama in darkened alleys. Imagine the once luminous city streets, now dimmed with the weary citizens, whispering of a new overlord pulling them from the shadows. Even if the Crimson Courts are physically weaker than the Ebony ones, these vampires are still no pushovers. Unlike both the Ebony and Ivory Courts, the Crimson Courts has 2 forms. One that they call their meat suit, a way for them to hide their true form in a mortal shell, so to speak. They can really take the form of any humanoid sentient race they have ever seen. However, they do not get access to any of their racial innate abilities. Despite their fearsome power in the truth, the Crimson Courts bears a loathing for this form. Imagine beings of such vanity that the mere sight of their own reflections is disdain. The reflection of a creature with a distended belly, flabby wings, and a grotesque bat-like face. They see themselves as aristocrats of night, yet are shackled by a form that mirrors none of the grace they yearn to portray at all. This vanity fuels their preferences for their deceptive comfort of their meat suits, hiding their true natural form from the world, and more importantly, from themselves. Okay, before we dive into the stat block of the Crimson Court vampires, I do have a small favor to ask. If you enjoy the content that I'm creating, please consider subscribing to the channel and leaving a like on the video as well. It does really help new channels like this to be seen much more. Well, with that said, now let's take a look at the stat block, shall we? The standard Crimson Court is a CR5 medium-sized undead shapeshifter creature with an AC of 15 and 82 or 11d6 plus 33 hit points. No flight speed for this vampire, but they do have a walking speed of 30 feet and a climbing speed of 20. They are more brawn than brains, with a strength of 18 and 12 intelligence. As a Lord of Night, they do of course have dark vision out to 60 feet. They have access to the shape changer trait, giving them the ability to change from humanoid to true form as an action. While in the humanoid form, they have an extra +6 to charisma checks against any other humanoids to blend in normal society. However, they do not have access to any of their natural abilities. In both forms, they have sunlight hypersensitivity, taking 20 radiant damage if they start to turn in direct sunlight, as well as having a disadvantage on all attack rolls and ability checks. As we said before, their action depends on if they are in bat form or humanoid form. In bat form, they have access to multi-attack, making 1 bite attack and 1 claw attack. The bite attack is a +7, doing 2d6 plus 3 piercing damage and 2d6 necrotic damage. The necrotic damage also lowers the target's max HP by the same amount and heals the vampire for the same as well. The reduction lasts until the long rest is finished. Of course, if the necrotic damage reduces the target's HP to 0, they die immediately, no death saves needed. The claw attack is also +7, doing 2d10 plus 3 slashing damage. In their humanoid form, they usually have a weapon with them as well. In this stat block, I gave them a longsword, so it's just a d6 or d10 plus 4 for the damage there. Now, even if they can't use multi-attack in this humanoid form, they do have access to a few nifty actions instead. The first one is Enthralling Presence. On a recharge of 5 to 6, can force any humanoid creature within 30 feet to make a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw or be charmed for 1 minute. Anyone under this effect will protect the Crimson Vampire as long as it is not openly hostile to the charmed creature. They also have the action called The Kiss. This is a melee attack with a +7 to hit, dealing 2d6 plus 3 piercing damage. Unlike the bite attack, this forces the target to make a DC 15 saving throw again. On a fail, they become charmed for 24 hours. During this period, they have disadvantage on all checks and save against the Crimson Vampire that gave them the kiss. A success, however, grants immunity to the kiss from the same vampire for 24 hours. There is also one more thing we need to take a look at. As I said, when we're talking about the lore, the Crimson Court vampires produces strong narcotic saliva. This is part of the kiss attack. If a creature is charmed this way, they will seek out the kiss again, even if that puts themselves in harm's way. If someone gets a kiss every week for a month, they also become highly addicted to narcotic saliva. They will gain a level of exhaustion if they go without the kiss for at least a week. Then they gain a level of exhaustion each day after that. Once they gain 6 levels of exhaustion, they do die, but they will rise as a new Crimson Court vampire within 24 hours. Well, that is it for the Crimson Court vampire. What do you think about this creature? How would you use it in your campaign? Please leave a comment with your ideas and let me know how you will use it. Don't forget, the Crimson Court stat block will be up on my Patreon until next Monster Monday for free. For my paying Patreons, the stat block will be up with both more lore and some images created by Dom. This creature is from the book Iron-Creating, like I said before, Codex of. The first sort of part of the book is actually up on Patreon right now for the month of May 4th. Well, there's a ton of stuff in there. New spells, type of spells for blood magic, magical items, more monsters, and some rules for mundane weapons and monsters. Until next time, adventurers, keep your dice rolling and your imagination flowing.